So the super chat just asked, Brian just asked, did we believe that this was the best championship team of all time? Joe, you know where I'm going with this. They're not a better team than 2019 LSU. They're not.
They're not a better
2019 LSU would beat that ass because they couldn't keep up with him.
That defense is not better than the Georgia defense that we saw last year.
It's not. It's not better than the one we saw in 21. So he asked about which is the better defense. Georgia had two better defenses the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's other defenses that we could rattle off the top of our heads. I mean, like what was it, the 2001 Miami team that won the national championship?
Yeah,
I mean, like the
6 Hall of Famers on that defense.
We could keep pulling and pulling. I think that this Michigan defense justified putting themselves in like the top 7 conversation. That was a really good defense. I am not discrediting an ounce of anything that they did. I'm not going to have a Stetson Bennett moment right here. I'm not going to do it. That defense is phenomenal. And I said this all year long that made them dangerous when I predicted them to beat Ohio State, when I said that they had a real shot to beat Alabama despite everyone running away and picking Alabama, that they're too deep, that they've got too many rotations, and then they've got a star that is turning into an elite player that's only a true sophomore in Mason Graham. And that kid is going to be the best defensive tackle in the country in 2024. He is a wrecking ball. And I have had such joy watching him just from a scouting perspective. He is so freaking good, but they don't have the completeness that some of these other defensive units have had, where they've had ridiculous amounts of top 100 draft picks. I mean, that LSU team, the safeties to the corners to the linebackers to the defensive tackles were top 100 NFL draft picks.
One of them. Yeah,
Michigan can't say the same thing.
What I would say is, and I'll give, I think we can't overlook this for Michigan. Joe, they have come over a lot of adversity this year. A lot of adversity. You got your head coach suspended for the first 3 games of the year. Then he gets suspended for another 3 games at the end of the year. They never really flinched, ever. And so for that alone, okay, I think they need to have a lot of praise, okay? So I'm not going to say that they're one of the best teams. Joe, I don't even know if I'll go top 10. Could they be in there? Could we have the conversation in the segment, in the debate? Sure. I don't know off the top of my head. I think they're a really good team. But what's going to be known about this team was it felt like, people said like the Jordan documentary, Last Dance. Like, this is the last dance with Harbaugh and this team, and let's get it done. I think that they should be commended for that, bottom line.
That was another thing that I brought up a lot during the season. I kept saying, don't pick against a galvanized team. Don't pick against a team that has the mentality of everybody against us. And everybody clowned on them. Everyone was like, "Oh, these guys are jokes. This is so corny. It's hard to buy in on them because of the way that they're acting." They're like the Houston Astros. Everyone wanted the Houston Astros to disappear into oblivion because of what they did. Sure, Michigan got in trouble for cheating. Yeah, they did. And I defended the hell out of them. I was one of the few people out there that was stupidly defending them during all of this and saying that they weren't in the wrong for doing what they did. But they were galvanized. Instead of crumbling, they rallied around it. BetOnline remains your top spot for all of your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL are all in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to BetOnline today and use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off your first deposit. That is a 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts.